Hey everyone, it is Liz, and I am back to do another reading. I guess it's political. I have been personally really curious about Tucker Carlson because he's on Fox News. He's very popular on Fox News. It's like the biggest show on Fox News, and I think what disturbs me about Tucker Carlson is the propaganda that he professes on a daily basis is quite dangerous, and he is spewing hateful rhetoric. He is spewing literally lies, and he's being very deceptive. And what frightens me is that his audience is so big that now they've added a radio show that he'll be doing for Fox News. And I just find this all to be very frightening because rumors have been going around saying that he could be a 2024 presidential candidate. And again, haven't we been through enough? I don't understand. I don't understand his popularity, but on the other hand, I understand it because there are so many misinformed people in our world, in our country, that choose to believe the lies and choose to still believe the voting fraud BS. And we still have Republicans in the House and the Senate, voting against us, voting against what we deserve. For God's sakes, President Biden had to step in and make sure that we got what we needed as far as the relief package, the COVID relief package was concerned. And again, it's interesting because, Republicans are coming forward and saying that this bill has some good things about it, but yet not one in the House, not one in the Senate voted for it. But you have them coming out supporting it in this weird way, and yet they're admitting that they didn't vote for it. It's just, I find very odd. And so back to Tucker Carlson, what I did was decide the last time I was watching, John Oliver. And I'm a big Daily Show girl fan. I've been watching The Daily Show since before Jon Stewart. I think it was Craig Kilborn. Remember, if you guys are a fan like me, Craig Kilborn was on the show first. And then John Oliver took over. And I was already addicted to the show, but I thought that, John Oliver just brought this extra just this amazing energy that I am in. Most of my friends know I'm absolutely mad about Jon Stewart. I just think he's brilliant, and I think he's humble and kind, and he walks his talk. And so he had said the quote. I don't remember the quote, but it was apologizing, basically saying, he didn't mean to, whatever he said about Tucker Carlson, and he called him a dick. He didn't mean to insult dicks because Tucker Carlson is far worse. So I decided to look at Carlson just to see what was up, because his show does have high ratings. He happens to, unfortunately, he has a very powerful influence on the MAGA base, on the white supremacists, on his big rhetoric over white nationalists and all that. This is and his father, I can't remember his father's first name, but his father was also a reporter, a conservative reporter, who was just as horrible, if not just as bad as Tucker Carlson is. Although Tucker comes from a boatload of money, his mother is part of the Swanson food family, So this man comes from, he doesn't know, he has no idea what it's like to go without. Okay, so we're looking at his birthday. Tucker Carlson, his birthday is 5/16/1969. And so his life path number, which again, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I did take a few notes because I found it to be fascinating that, the life path number for Mr. Carlson, he came into this world. We all, with our life path number, come into this world to learn, to evolve. And so his life path number is a 45/9. And that 45/9 is literally, it's a very sensitive, it's a mystical vibration. And this number for Carlson it represents somebody who would not be satisfied with worldly success alone. This man's vibration, this number's vibration, presents Tucker Carlson with, believe it or not, a high psychic development for positive energy. So this is someone who could lift spirits up if he chose to turn all his negativity into positivity. He has that power. He has the ability to sympathize with the unfortunate. Perhaps at one point in his life, he may have been able to take away the pains of others, especially those he loved. This is a man who, believe it or not, he has this potential to teach and serve. But he even has the fortitude to face adversity with courage. So once again, this life path number for Tucker Carlson, it's as if he's doing the complete antithesis of what he came here to do. He's just not stepping up right now. He works well in groups and with organizations. Again, this is a man who has the capacity to teach and to help. It's interesting because this number is about Tucker's secretive, reserved pride. He has this determination to be very successful, to carry out his ambitions because of he has new ideas. I think that once he started to make it, he was able to manifest what he wanted through his resilience. So, this man is a resilient man. He is determined, and let's see here. What else did I write about him? Okay, so his drive, Carlson's drive, it can be detrimental to his cause. It can be detrimental in many ways regarding his health, whether it's mental health, physical health, stress, anxiety. He definitely has an emotional. This number is. It can be a conflict between his emotions and his common sense. So he has a hard time, and that's true. He doesn't talk in a way that's sensible. He lacks common sense, and that's because he allows his anger get in the way. And so he needs to learn common sense, and he needs to conserve his energy in this lifetime. He should not go to extremes in pursuits of his ideals. And this is what he's doing now in his lifetime, unfortunately, is because he's going to extremes, because he's crossed that line over and over again. It's going to do a number on him mentally, physically, spiritually. He will find himself in a place, if he stays on this path, of being so extreme, being so excessive, and being so resilient in his excessiveness and his, it's like a bully, there's going to be a lot of emotional dissatisfaction that will arise for him in this lifetime, especially because he has a tendency to dwell on the past. This is someone, I believe Tucker Carlson is someone that's really good at holding on to his, resentment, his anger. It like fuels him, So the other thing I saw with him is that he can be very stubborn and he can cling to the old ways that it's like he refuses to let go of the past. This is a stubbornness with Carlson. He this number has a tendency to just not just cling to old ways, but they have outlived their usefulness. So he'll experience disappointments and sorrow and more losses in this lifetime if he continues to hold on to being so freaking stubborn and so adamant about always having to be right, and he can be, it's interesting because Tucker Carlson has the potential to be a very affectionate and generous man. But when things go wrong, he is eager he wants to try, when things go wrong, when he's gotten in trouble in the past, he tries to set it right. But he needs to appreciate what he has done. He needs to appreciate what he's lost. And he's never really, there's been no consequences, serious consequences to his actions, to his behavior at all. So when I looked at his personal year number, now again, this is cyclical. So his birthday's coming up in May. So since his last birthday cycle, he has been dealing with hasty actions because he's been in a 25/7 since last May. And the 25/7 is about, the success that comes to him has been this past year challenging for him. He has made decisions that have created conflict. There have been sudden events that have taken place that have forced him to, even now, he may be forced to make a big move in his life. And, I'm finding that with this 25/7, if conditions don't change, it could be because of his health once again. There's something up with his health that we know nothing about, but it's coming up in this reading so far that when he's stressed or when he's unhappy or when he's overworking, he makes himself sick. And so he needs to be very mindful of his health right now. And he really needs to when signing documents, when signing any contracts, he should really read the fine print. Because that's what's going on with him right now, is that he's not, it's like his work and his health are both kind of getting in his way, and he's just really just fired up. He's coming into, on his birthday, this 26/8, and that's karma. This is a number of messages, karma. It can be a fortunate vibration financially for Tucker Carlson if he uses good judgment and he's very detailed. He needs to really be intricate. He really needs to, whatever investments Carlson decides to make in this new year coming in for him, he needs to make sure that whatever investments, whatever agreements or partnerships he signs on to, that he is knowing what he's getting himself into. Remember, it's a karmic year for him and starting on his birthday. So the way that I see for him is that there could be some bad news regarding some contracts or partnerships that may manifest between this birthday coming up for him in May and his next birthday. We may notice contracts that are being broken. He may lose a contract. He may lose. There may be indecisiveness regarding Tucker Carlson in the coming year ahead for him. Let's see. He will be, he was 50 in 2019. So, yeah, he'll be 50. He'll be 52. So on his 52nd year, I just find that a lot of karmic situations will be happening to him. And it's almost as though all the things that he has done come back, and they can either bite him in the butt, or if he decides to turn his life around, he may have a chance to fix it. But I pulled a few cards using my Sibylla Indivina deck, which is, once again, I find it to be just very blunt and to the point. And so I did a 7-card spread looking at where Tucker Carlson has been in his recent past. We've got the first card, which is the country house reversed. So this is where he's been in the past. And the country house reversed is about, I mean, when I look at it, it's almost like someone is deliberately keeping a secret. This is tension. This is, when the country house is upright, it's intimacy, and it has to be, it's related to stability at home. When it's reversed, it's restlessness, it's tension, it's secret. So that's the first card that came up for Tucker Carlson in his past. And clarifying it was the card of the faithfulness or affection, which means that he's had loyalty in his with his fans, Trump, the Trump MAGA base, whoever else is watching him. I feel like a lot of men, white men between like their 30s and maybe 40s and 70s and up, seem to really dig him. That's the loyalty that he gets. It's this attachment that he seems to attain with a certain group of men, especially, and women. Currently, his state of mind, where he is right now, we have, again, another reverse card, which is pleasant or pastime. When it's reversed, he might be feeling like things aren't going his way. He might be feeling like there's bad news coming, or he may have received a complaint of some kind, because, what I was picking up with him was that he's felt betrayed. And I was wondering, as I was looking at him, if he's going through a breakup, or if he is married. I feel like his marriage is in trouble. I think he's a liar. I think he may have even had an affair on his wife. I don't know if I'm right. It's just the feeling I get that there's something more behind, this card of, like I said, the clarification card here is surprise reversed, which is getting caught. It's like you're in danger, dude. So I feel like he recently may have been caught in an affair. Perhaps his marriage is in trouble. Okay, because moving into his immediate future, you've got, which is interesting, you've got this card of displeasure, or it's contrariety, and it is upright, but it's having a hard time moving forward. That's the vibration when it's upright, displeasure. When I look at his immediate future, it's like arguing and fighting. But to me, when I look at the picture, it's a man and a woman, and they're arguing, they're debating. So this is not necessarily a good card for him, because it has a negative connotation to it. There are misunderstandings with what? The love in his life. Okay? So to me, I mean, I know it's upright, but I do feel as though he's been enjoying himself. He's been unfaithful. I think that he's got a lot of love from fans all over. And his interest in money has taken precedence over his interest in his marriage. That's what I'm seeing. Now, moving into his current state of mind, where he is right now, we've got the card of infantilism. All right, this is sorrow, it's tears, it's grief. Again, to me, this is a very painful separation from somebody that you care about. All right, it's unhappiness. It's a losing an opportunity. It's feeling, distraught. It's a very sad little card, and that's where his mode of thinking is right now. Think about that next to the card of weakness reversed. And again, when it's upright, weakness when it's upright is illness and discomfort. Okay, so when it's reversed, you would think it's the opposite, but it's being blackmailed. This is a card of being blackmailed. Think about that. So I have a feeling that somebody may have told his wife. If she hasn't been told yet, she might know that there's been an affair. He maybe, again, his current state of mind, where he is right now at this moment is, I believe his marriage is in trouble. I believe he and his wife are no longer, they're either not together or he got caught in something. All right, now moving into his environment, how he's affecting his environment and vice versa. We have the quarrel card. So there are heated arguments. There are fighting. I think he's fighting with people. And again, I see a breakup here. A breakup with his family. A breakup with his wife. This could also be a breakup within his circle of friends at work. All right. And clarifying the card is fright, which is a collapse of... It can be the collapse or an upheaval. It's an end to the way he's been living his life. And if you look at this card with the environment card, we have quarreling and we've got fright. This is not good in his environment. We've got fighting and argument, debating. We've got people around him. I do predict that he and his family, I think that he and his wife are fighting and arguing, and there are lawyers involved eventually, and that this is a very unhealthy competition between Carlson and his wife and lawyers. And I also feel like there's something going on within his environment at work where there are other people. Like there's this collapse of something precious. So it could be that these heated arguments and the conflict between he and his wife, it doesn't stay at home. It goes to work, where he's getting into fights and disagreements with those that he works with. Not everybody, but there seems to be some conflict there, because moving into the advice from Spirit is you have the first card of presents or gifts. All right. So the idea from Spirit here is to value what you have, to be grateful. He should be grateful for the money that he's got a lot of money. It's not like he doesn't really need this job. He comes from money. He's privileged, but he doesn't seem to appreciate anything, because you've got the card of, like I said, the presence. And then you've got this card of thought, but it's reversed. So he's not thinking things through, because this is a very narrow-minded man. When it's upright, you're thinking clearly. When you're reversed, it's like looking at this picture. It's like looking at a puzzle. I'm just trying to read the puzzle, But again, the first thing I'm feeling is like this, like irrational fear, a choice that he must make. It's almost like someone else is going to decide for him, which to me, Spirit is saying eventually you won't have a choice, because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to unpack. I believe the first thing I'm feeling is that the wife leaves him, and that things are revealed about Tucker Carlson, which are very unpleasant. I also believe that there's conflict at work, or with some people that he works with, that aren't necessarily, it's not jealousy, it's more annoyance that he's receiving from a certain group of people. And then we have the outcome card. We've got this card of absence and the card of the dark-haired woman. I don't know if his wife has dark hair or if his mistress does. I don't know if he's having an affair. This is just what I'm seeing. But I do feel like with his future in the next few months anyway, we're looking at a break. It's a very negative break. So again, I do feel there will be a breakup in his marriage, that there are misunderstandings at work. I believe that he will regret causing some serious pain to the woman that he once loved, to his wife. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know. but this is what I'm sensing, is that there's a move, like a physical move, like he may be moving. And then I have this card of the dark-haired woman, which is receiving practical advice. This is like he may have a lawyer, a woman in his life that is helping him. It's a good listener. It's someone with good intentions who's trying to help him like de-stress. And again, I also sense mental illness with Tucker Carlson. I'm not kidding. I feel like it's either mental illness or it's some type of illness or ailment that he has. I don't know if he's had COVID. I have no idea. But these last two cards indicate that there's a break in his marriage. There's a break. I just heard a break in reality. Take that any way you want. A break in reality. A break with his relationships that caused him a great deal of emotional pain. And even the dark-haired woman here who is trying to help him seems to have a hard time keeping him, it's almost like she's trying to keep him settled. But the last card I pulled was the bottom card, which I always do just to see what's up. And he has a lot of money card. This is prosperity. This is financial resolution. So most likely there are payments that are going to be made regarding, it's almost like additional expenses are going to cost him more money regarding a breakup with his marriage. So I do predict his marriage breaking up. I would also predict that he'll be making some big changes in his life regarding where he's living. His career seems to be, I would say for right now, it looks to me like he's got lots of money. He doesn't even have to worry about money right now. But they're going to be, I feel like, with all the conflict going on, I can look, if you guys have questions and you want to ask, let me know. But with everything that I'm seeing here, to me it seems like the man has done some stupid, has behaved in a way that he betrayed somebody. I feel he betrayed his wife, his family. I believe that he was very selfish. I believe that his current show, even though it's number one right now, I believe that there's some problems going on with egos, with his ego and other egos. Okay. I also believe that I can see this man having some, how do I put this? Just the way that he reports his stories, there are so many misunderstandings that it's creating more problems than not. But he's doing this a lot for money. He's getting attention. He loves the attention, but he is suffering. He is not happy. He can put on a smile and fake it till he makes it. But at the end of the day, I would say the man is going through some serious breakup, a serious breakup with his family or his wife. I believe that there are some conflicts at work. I do not know. I know that he's got a lot of money. I pulled a few more cards just out of curiosity to see, and I got, important revelations, which is about making important decisions, trying to make some personal decisions. I think he's recognizing with this card, it's time for him to be responsible and self-confident. And it's almost like he's reevaluating his personal life here with that card of important. I think his wife and his family are realizing that he's not the man he promised. He's trying to come off as being like the soldier, having this inner strength. I think he wants everyone to believe that, this is someone with a lot of willpower and success. But then I pulled the card of loss of money reversed, which are all sorts of things that he needs to be wary of. This is someone who's hiding reality. They're hiding the truth. And then I pulled the card of the trap, which is a third party. Again, the affair, maybe he got caught. Again, I don't know a lot about Tucker Carlson, but I'm just seeing another woman here. But there's a lot of scams here. There's a lot of legal issues coming up for him. This is I would say, it's almost like he's turned a blind eye to something very important in his life because fame and success and money became more important than anything else. That seems to be what matters most to him. And then the last couple of cards, the last one I pulled was that of the the angry woman reversed, which is the bully. The angry woman is someone who gets pleasure out of bullying people. That's Tucker Carlson. And it's very karmic because to me, the last card was that of a letter reversed, which is receiving incorrect information. So when I look at everything regarding Tucker Carlson, I feel like the man has lots of money, but he's going through a rough time. Things are going to go from bad to worse for him for a while. His show will persevere for a bit until it's almost like there's a collapse of something happening in his world. And I don't know if his affair will affect him or his fans on Fox News, but there will be some problems and unexpected, situations arising for him where he is trying to come across as being sincere, but all I see is someone who, especially with the loss of money card, for him, it's hiding the truth. So I feel like there are more truths coming out. And with the trap card, I would say there are people trying to set him up and get him caught, get him in trouble for a reason, because of what he represents and because of all the people that watch him. He's become someone who is spewing propaganda, very dangerous propaganda. Excuse me, guys. So on that note, I'm going to stop this here. I hope this reading was interesting and insightful. Let me know if you guys want me to look at anything specific, if you have any questions about anybody in the political world. I'm open to it all. I would love feedback. So you can message me here. You can email me directly. I will leave all my information below. If you want to book a reading, I have openings available, so I will post my Square app below so you can book a reading. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm trying to get this channel up, and share my channel and get your friends to join. And by the way, if I didn't look at my numbers, but if I add an extra 100 people between now, 100 subscribers between now and the end of this month, I will give away 2 free readings to 2 random subscribers. So share the channel. Once I get to 100 plus, I think I've got like 1,720 something people subscribed. So once that gets to 1,800, then I will choose 2 people, all right, for 15-minute readings, 2 subscribers. So anyway, guys, have a great day. I will definitely do some more videos, but I was just compelled. I felt compelled to do this, so I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and see you guys soon. Bye-bye.